Hi everyone, and welcome to Ohio Valley Couponers. It's Zam here with another coupon chat slash rant. Today, I'm just going to talk about some of my worst couponing experiences ever, because you see my hauls and you might think I go out and everything just like aligns perfectly, and that is so not true. Like at all. Never, never, never. So, yeah, I wanted to get on to share some of my stories with you and see what y'all think. And I want to hear your coupon stories, like some of your worst experiences. So let me know that in the comments below, your worst coupon drama stories. I always love to hear about coupon drama. It's like, I don't know, it's like fun to hear about people's experience. And you're really going to want to stick around for the last story, because on that story, I'm going to talk about why I don't really go to Walgreens anymore and the horrible thing that went down there, because you're not even going to believe what happened. So yeah, you're definitely going to want to stick around for that one. So my first story is at Walmart with Lipton tea price matching and an internet printable coupon. So per Walmart, this was back in the day when Walmart still did price match. That was in 2014. I was a very new couponer. Like, seriously, I had just started couponing. So there was a deal at a local grocery store. They had these Lipton Pure Leaf teas. They were on sale 5 for $5, which made them $1 a piece. 5 for 5. I had coupons, printable coupons from coupons.com for $1 off of one and $3 off of two. So I was going to get 6 of them for $6, use those coupons, and have $2 in overage. Well, guess what? My store refused to do that. The first issue came with price matching. The lady checking me out was a CSM, and the CSM was like not having it. She said, you can't price match, like you have to get 5. If it says 5 for 5, you have to buy 5. And that's not true because, you know, if I knew one, if I went to the grocery store, they were on sale, I would not have to buy 5. I could just buy 1 because that's how it rings up at that store. And number 2, I've been to that Walmart so many different times and they didn't like care. So I'm not really sure what the big deal was, but whatever. That was a drama. So I just went ahead and was like, you know what? I'll just buy 5. I'll just buy 5 of them. So she did it finally. I handed her in my coupons and she scans the $1 off 1 and it works. And then she scans the 3 off 2. And at Walmart, at the main register, I don't know if they do this anymore, but when they did overage back in the day, they had to hit a button. It said approve or something, and she had to click the button, but she like refused to do it. She said the coupon wasn't scannable because it didn't just automatically take it off. So she refused. She gets over another CSM. They both refused to do it, and they were just so rude about it. And, you know, it just like wasn't worth the drama. You know, it really was annoying. It really, really made me mad. But I was a newbie couponer, so I was really too scared to speak up. So I just voided it off because I couldn't just get, I don't even think she'd let me get the one that worked because of just the drama that went down. So that was awful. But that happened. So that was like my first ever couponing gone wrong experience. That was the first one. That was really, really bad. So another experience was this one. So I had some Scotch-Brite lint rollers. We were just buying them at full price. It wasn't anything special. We just had to have them. They were $4.98 and there was a 50-cent coupon for any Scotch-Brite product. You'd think that wouldn't be a problem, but it was. The coupon would not work at the Walmart register. And Scotch-Brite coupons have beeped at Kroger too, on the sponges. So I think Scotch-Brite beeps all the time. But anyways, this is going to sound rude. This was an older lady cashier, and a lot of times the older lady cashiers or the older men, a lot of times, not all of them, but a lot of times the older cashiers don't understand coupons. So she started looking at the picture. And of course, the Scotch-Brite lint rollers were not in the picture because Scotch-Brite cannot possibly put up all the products they make in the picture. But anyways, she's like, well, this isn't in the picture, and you didn't buy any scrubbies, which I guess that's what she calls, like, scour pads. She called them scrubbies. She was like, you didn't buy any scrubbies, so you can't use this. And we sat there and talked to her about it. We weren't rude or anything. We remained calm, and she finally, reluctantly entered it in. She didn't want to, but she finally did. So that was drama, but we got through it, and she made it happen. So that was drama number 2. This next story is over at Kroger. The famous slogan, it says one per purchase. And I bet everyone on this channel has heard this at some point. It says one per purchase. So look over here at this Eggo coupon. It says limit of 4 light coupons, limit 1 per purchase. It says 4 light coupons, you can use 4. Over in the Zest coupon, it just says 1 per purchase. And what 1 per purchase means, you can only use 1 manufacturer's coupon per item you're buying. You can't use like 2 coupons on the same thing if they're from the manufacturer. So that's all that means. Well, I went to Kroger's self-checkout one day to this nice girl. She was actually young, so I thought, oh, she's going to be good with coupons. Nope, she wasn't. She sat there and read every coupon. If it said limit 2 or limit 4, she'd scan it. If it didn't, she put them in a pile, like the excess ones. So she scanned the first one, then she put the rest in a pile. And she came back and said, you can't use these because it says 1 per purchase. And I thought, okay, well, let's be calm, remain calm. I told her, oh, I explained it to her. And she said, that's not what that means. It means 1 per purchase. I'm like, yeah, 1 per item purchased. And she said that's not what it means. So you know what I did at Kroger that day? I said, please go ask the floor supervisor. Floor supervisor came and told her that if it didn't have a specified limit, I could use 5 like coupons. So she ended up doing it, apologizing. Her excuse was, well, people come in here and break the rules and they yell at her and tell her she can't do coupons and she's scared she's going to get in trouble, which I understand. That is a valid concern for cashiers because people, especially in my area, continue to break the rules and go against the system. So everyone has had to become really strict about it, and it's annoying, but it is what it is. So yeah, that was a bad experience at Kroger, but it did end up okay. Almost all these experiences ended up okay until you're going to hear this next one. This is awful what you're about to hear, but we're going to talk about Walgreens now. So I actually had these slides like pre-made a year ago, and I just didn't get the courage to post about Walgreens. I don't really know why. I try to keep this channel upbeat and happy, but I want to keep it real. So I'm going to talk about multiple things that led up to this one experience at Walgreens. So first up, I want to tell you all, I would like really hit Walgreens hard on a weekly basis. Walgreens to me, I don't really know. It was kind of just the store where I started like dabbling with drugstore couponing. Even though I believe Walgreens is much harder than CVS and Rite Aid, I still for some reason just was like, I'm going to do Walgreens. It just was in my heart for some reason to do it. So I did Walgreens. And I found, okay, so I went there from 2012, or no, 2014. Oh my gosh, I went there up till 2017. About 2015, there's a cosmetics cashier who kind of sought me out. She told me if I had coupons to come back to her, and she explained to me how she was a couponer and she didn't care about limits, which I still care about limits, but she didn't care about limits. That's going to be really important later that she told me that. She told me to go against limitations that Walgreens set up in their store. She told me to do that, which is craziness. She was like, come back here, do as many transactions as you want. There were times I went back there and did 8 transactions with her, and she didn't care. So this cosmetics cashier really like grasped onto me. And she tried to make me feel comfortable coming there, so I did. I mean, I went to Walgreens like every week. I would go in there and like, seriously, because there was back in the 2015, I would get like 20 inserts a week because I got them for free from someone who they got leftovers from the newspapers or whatever, and they just gave them to her for free, so she gives 20 of them to me. So I would like really hit it up hard back then, and I would do really good things at Walgreens, and she made me feel comfortable. But anyways, this cashier got promoted to a shift manager, and she really started to change. I'm going to kind of explain that. Okay, so July, I believe it was the week of July 3rd to July, this was 2017, so this was back, look it up the week real quick. We were at July 2nd through July 8th. Walgreens was doing a deal on Colgate products. They were 2 for $6. We had $2 off coupons on the toothpaste, so you pay $2 and you get back a $4 register reward. So I was going in there like I'd done for years, rotating transactions. I was doing the toothpaste on one and then rolling that into the Fix-It because we had some good coupons for some family members. So the deal, spend 10, get back 5. I was getting the Fix-It for like really cheap. So I was just rotating transactions and rolling and stuff. And the cashier there, this is when Walgreens started getting weird. I said, I have a couple transactions. Is that okay? And she said, well, let's just do it all in one. That'll make it a whole lot easier for you and me. And I'm like, I can't do it in one. And she's like, okay. And she was mad. She was not happy. And this was not what made me stop. I went back another time. But this just made it really, I don't know. I don't know why they did that, because they never gave me any issues about separate transactions before. They were always so nice at this Walgreens. I loved going. This incident was it. This was the last straw, and maybe never go back to Walgreens for, I mean, I've gone a couple times, but it's nothing like I used to do. So my dad, his place of employment was doing a back-to-school drive for underprivileged children in the community. They were going to have like a backpack giveaways. They were making up backpacks for needy kids. They were going to do backpack giveaways. They were going to do games and just all sorts of fun stuff for the kids. They're going to do a charity event. So he came to me and said, hey, Nick, can you help me get $100 worth of school supplies for the best price possible? And I thought, well, let's go to Walgreens. They've been really good to me in the past. They're having some huge sales. Let's go in there and get these school supplies for the kids. So we go to Walgreens, and my dad and me go in there. And we noticed these folders are 7 for $1. Now, there were 200 folders on the shelf, I swear. We were going to take 70 to donate, which I don't really know what the big deal was, because isn't the point of having a sale to sell them? But whatever, we were going to go get 70 folders. I also noticed they had binders, poly binders on sale. And that was something the kids needed. So I went and got a second cart so I could count out the binders. My dad had a cart counting out the folders. Well, I noticed the glimmering of my eye when I was going back to the school supplies back in the photo lab was this angry cashier I've dealt with in the past. She is so mean and hates me. I know it sounds ridiculous, but one time I had a printable coupon beep, and she told me I was going to make her lose her job. She's treated me awful ever since then, and she obviously didn't, because she's still there, but she's still there now. And then another time I was buying deodorant, and she was just like, told me it was, she like treated me like a child. She's like, you know, this isn't going to keep you dry. And I'm like, are you serious right now? Why are you talking to me about the difference between antiperspirant and deodorant? Like, it's not really any of your business why I'm using this deodorant. But she's been mean to me for years. So I know what she did. She left the photo lab and went and told the manager, who was the old cosmetics cashier. She was the manager on duty for that day. So she went back in the stockroom and got this ex-cosmetic cashier manager who told me to never follow limitations, even though I did. I mean, seriously, there was a Garnier IVC coupon. It said like limit 4 or something on, I don't know, and she told me I could go ahead and do it, which I did that because it was a Walgreens coupon, and she told me it was fine, but she didn't care about their limitations. She told me to do whatever. But I wasn't breaking any limitations because there was no signage or anything up. I was just buying these folders on sale, was all it was. So I went in there and I was getting it. Okay, so me and my dad are getting the products in our carts, and the photo lab lady, which had no business even following, and the manager come over to us in the store, publicly being very loud, and she said, you know you can't take all those, right? Okay. I was like, you did not just say that. There is so many better ways she could have said. She could have said, oh, I just want to let you know we have a limit on those or something. No, she said, you can't take all those. And my dad said, oh, we are getting all this for charity. And she said, I don't care what you're getting it for. You can't clear my shelves. Okay, I'm not trying to be mean to you, lady, but you don't own Walgreens. You're a shift manager. You're not even the general manager of the store. This isn't your shelves. There's 200 folders on the shelves, and whatever. I didn't get it. So we just left. We didn't sit there and fight with her. She said we can't clear her shelves, even though it's not her store. It was ridiculous. It was so rude, and she could have handled it a different way. She really could have. She could have come back and said it so much more nice, and she just wasn't. She was so rude. This is the same lady who told me to not follow the rules. Now you're making up fake limits? I don't get it. She really made me mad. So we just left and went to Walmart. And Walmart was chill. They were great. Walmart was wonderful. And I wish I would have just took my business to them anyways. But after being ridiculed like that, I never really felt like going back in there again because I didn't know what pretend limits she was going to make up. There was no signage. Nothing. She just randomly came back and said she had the right to limit us. And if you wanted to limit us, that was okay. She could have done it nicer, though, and said, you could buy 20 of these, or you could buy, 30 of these. She didn't even tell us that. She just told us we couldn't buy all the products. She didn't even work with us. She could have told me how many, what the limit was. So I left, and the kids didn't get the binders because Walmart was not cheap on those. It was really unfortunate, but Walgreens didn't care, and she didn't work with us. We didn't have to buy all of them. She could have at least gave us a number, but she didn't. So didn't really feel too comfortable going back. And maybe I think she might be gone from there, but the angry photo lab lady still works there, and she rotates around as cashier and stuff. I'm just not willing to deal with it, because she doesn't like me, and she's going to make anything possible that doesn't go well for me. So I just don't mess with them. I go in there for detergent or something very rarely. I always ask them what the limits are, and I just don't deal with it. So yeah, and the funny thing was, I did finally go back in December. I was getting pictures made off for a photo album that I was giving out as a gift, and those stupid folders were back on that clearance rack, and there was like 100 of them sitting back there. That was humorous to me. That was awesome. And my mom actually called back in our store because she was really upset, because we went in Walgreens all the time, and she talked to the manager, and the manager said that this is a small store and they can't just sell all their products like that. Isn't that the point of business? Like, to sell your stuff? That's the point. I don't know. What business doesn't want to sell their products? To me, that makes no sense. It was the last day of the sale, I'm going to add. It was Saturday, the last day of the sale. I understand maybe on Monday, but Saturday? Come on. That was ridiculous. So, oh, and during that conversation on the phone with my mom when she called in the Walgreens, they told her that it was disrespectful what we did, and that we didn't even put her folders away. She was mad that we didn't restock the folders. You're serious? You're mad that we didn't restock the products you told us we couldn't buy? That was it. That just was like the final straw for me with Walgreens. You saying that we were disrespectful because I just can't. We were not disrespectful to her, but whatever. Let me know what you thought about that. Just didn't feel. She even admitted to my mom there was no limit. She told us there was no limit in the store at all. They had no limitations. They just made it up for us. She told her that. So that was nuts. All right, so let me know what you think about this. Let me know your drama stories. I know this is a long video, but I really wanted to tell you all the reason I don't go to Walgreens and share that crazy story with you. So yeah, that's all I have for now. I really, really hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching.